Now, taxi drivers affiliated to the National Public Transport Workers Association took to the streets of Durban today in protest against rising fuel costs. The association, known as Qina Mshayeli, meaning driver be strong, says the recent petrol hike and other challenges are crippling the industry. There have been at least 6 petrol hikes since the beginning of the year. Some public transport operators have been forced to increase their fares by R2. The association is demanding a 35% decrease in the fuel price in order to relieve the pressure on commuters. Now, joining us live from Durban with more on this story is Afro Worldview reporter Nomusa Pungula. Nomusa, thank you so much for your time. What can you tell us thus far?
Well, good afternoon, Thabo, and good afternoon to our viewers. Well, what I can say is that the latest on the planned march by Qina Mshayeli is that they managed to finally march to the City Hall from King Dinizulu Park. But however, they could not march on foot. They were on a van, just about 6 of them in a van, because the taxi owners, they came to the point where the march was supposed to start, and they stopped the march, or they tried to stop the march rather. They are saying that they were not consulted by the Taxi Drivers Association or the Drivers Association, because it includes different drivers from all different sectors in the transport industry. They're saying that they should have came to them as the people that own the vehicles and the people that are also affected by all that is listed in the memorandum. But the drivers are saying that they did indeed follow proper channels, because they could not go to each and every taxi owner and say, this is what we are planning, what are your views? They had engaged Santaco, which is the structure that was supposed to communicate with all the lower structures with what they have planned. Because now the taxi owners were saying that none of their drivers are going to join this march, of which indeed it really did happen. And the taxi drivers that were there, they claimed that some were even scared off, or they were threatened by their employers, saying that if you ever join this march, just know that tomorrow you will not have a job. So most of them could not come and participate in the march. But however, finally, when they got to the City Hall, there was a person from the Office of the Premier who was a representative to come to actually receive the memorandum from them. The Office of the Premier had sent the DDG for Stakeholder Coordination, Mr. Zakhele Mnqayi, to come and receive the memorandum, of which they gave the Office of the Premier 14 days to respond to all the grievances that are listed on the memorandum, or all the demands that are listed on the memorandum. However, Mr. Mnqayi explained to them that the 14 days that they had given them is too little, because, you know, government processes, they take quite a long time to unfold, and the fact that these issues that are raised, they involved 2 departments, National Department and Provincial Transport Department. So they will have to engage both the departments according to all that is relevant for them. For example, the one of the ARTO system relates to national government. The one of petrol hikes relates to national government. However, the one of the funding for those that transport scholars relates to provincial transport government, as well as the one of the killing of taxi drivers, passengers, as well as taxi owners. It also affects both national and provincial. So at the end, he was saying that as government, they listen to everyone, no matter how few they are. It is their responsibility to listen to them and engage them to whatever that they need to be engaged on. So what now the taxi drivers are saying is that, or the Taxi Drivers Association is saying, is that it is very sad that for this industry such is happening. They still have people who in this democratic country believe that they have someone that they own, basing that on the views that, or on what was said by the taxi owners, that they are driving drivers, as if now it is not an employer-employee relationship, because they are complaining about the fact that they are not even properly employed. Hence, they had to stand up on their own and raise these concerns, because it seems like nobody is ever going to speak about. So at last they managed to submit that memorandum. So we will await to hear what is going to happen in the long run, or after that 14 days, whether there is some kind of a response that they will get after the 14 days that they have given the office of the Premier.
All right, Nomusa, thank you for that. We have run out of time. Our reporter, Nomusa Pongola, coming to us live from Durban, giving us an update on the Gcina Mshayeli march against the recent petrol hikes.